Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Griefdrums, and today we're going to be taking a look at how you can take out internal cameras from the outside of the map. Now, I've done another video similar to this covering Clubhouse and Villa. Today we're going to be starting off by looking at Bank, looking at any of the sort of cameras that you could either take out from either externally on the map, or alternatively cameras that you could potentially take out from a different floor to save you pushing down that particular area and having to risk yourself while you're taking the camera out. If you do enjoy this video and want to see more like it, let me know what maps you want to see down in the comments below. But without any further ado, let's jump straight into it. So, spawning outside on the jewelry front, just out the front of the bank, we are a bit exposed here to the triple doors. Obviously, people do like to run out of there, so you do need to be a little bit careful. But this is a really good spawn for actually taking out a lot of cameras in very quick succession. So obviously we've got the external camera just out here, which is really easy to take out. But if we go ahead and look over to this side just here, this arched window, you'll notice that this right here at the tip of the ACOG reticle is actually the camera that's inside of the bank lobby. And we can take that out from this spawn from the very get-go. I'm just going to go ahead and ping it there so you can clearly and accurately see it. But yeah, that is very simple to take out. That's two cams, one of which is inside of the map. You don't even need to overly think about it. Next up, by coming round to the left very slightly, you'll notice that we've got four windows that lead into the skylight stairwell, or square as is more commonly called. If we come over to this white line here, just next to these two windows, and you move up to the pretty much the end of it, all you got to do is lean out and shoot up into that corner, and you will go ahead and take that camera out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and showcase this a little bit better by opening this window, and we'll try and put a drone up into there. But that's the camera just up here in the skylight stairwell. And it's simple and easy to take out, and it can be pretty effective. So that's three cameras down. We haven't really done anything. We haven't really moved out of spawn. And that's the majority of the cameras down on the actual map. The other side of things, what we can actually do is if you spawn on the parking front side, just over there, you've obviously got this camera to take out on the way into the garage, but as you come down towards the garage itself, one thing you can do is by coming up onto the far arched windows and just coming up to this section just here, you'll notice that there is a horizontal railing and there's this horizontal bar as well. You're pretty much just going in between these, and then what you've got is you've got the Bartlett University signs. Now, if you aim just slightly up, it's around about here. I'm going to go ahead and bring my drone down so I can showcase exactly where it is using ping 2.0, which is really handy. If your friend's got a drone that's moving through there, it's going to make your life so much easier because you don't have to spend 4 hours trying to line up ridiculous angles. But just knowing that you can get this camera from there is pretty handy to know. So we'll go ahead and ping that, and as you can see, that's pretty much where I was aiming anyway. But we'll go ahead and put a couple of rounds down, and that's that camera dealt with. Really quick, really simple, really easy. Now, as far as I know, that's pretty much every camera we can get from externally on this map. There are other ways you can get them, of course. If you want to go ahead and get the one inside of the lobby and you've spawned at the opposite side, you can get it from coming down here onto this ramp area, and you can look up in through these windows. And I can't remember which side it's on because I never ever spawn on this side. Ah, there you go. So it's the third window along, and you can just lean out and look up, and it's going to be right there. Now, the only other camera on this entire map, apart from the alley access external one, which we don't need to worry about too much, is the one down in the basement. And obviously there is no way for us to get to that with it being a solid roof and everything. However, one thing you can do is if you do happen to have a twitch, you can quite quickly take it out just by using this drone hole, which I'm going to go ahead and showcase just in case you haven't seen it. But by slapping your drone in through here, and being very careful as you get towards the end, you get a really good overview, and you can actually see the camera just here. So if you do have a twitch, you can take that out pretty easily. As you can see, this drone hole, there is no way you're getting a grenade or anything like that through it. It's just too far. But that's the only one that we cannot get from outside of the map or from a different floor, etc. Okay, let's take a look at a different map. Over on Cafe, the top floor camera is the only one we can get from outside, And subsequently, this means we're going to go up onto the east balcony. I'm going to go ahead and drop the diffuser, take this camera out, and then, like I say, we'll jump up on the east balcony. Now, I've tried lots of different things to get different cameras around this map, and I just cannot seem to do it. I really just can't find any lines of sight that would work, even vertical ones. So by coming onto the east balcony, we're going to look at taking out this top floor cam. You line yourself up with the metal box and then go all the way back to the wall. And then it's just this window up here. At the very bottom section of it, you'll notice that the IQ scanner picks it up just there. If you just aim right in the middle there, a single bullet will take that camera out. And that's about the best you can get for Kafe, which is a real shame, to be honest. I really enjoy being able to take several cameras out on the inside of the map from outside. But that's all you're going to get on this one. Next up, we are over on Border. Now, Border has a couple of cams that are pretty easy to get just through normal barricades. The first one being on this parking lot alley entrance, this double door down here. The top of the barricade, you can see it doesn't go all the way to the actual top of the wall, the door frame, I guess. And as you can see, the camera is just inside of there. So taking this one out is really simple. You don't even need to worry about it too much. But, you know, just take that out at the beginning of the round and job done. The other camera that's going to be really simple to take out if you can get close enough to it, assuming that there's not runouts coming, because this map has kind of turned into runout central just lately. But over on the east entrance just down here, there is the camera just up there somewhere. Now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and take this out just to showcase it. So it's there. Now, honestly, I don't really worry about where I am. I just sort of come up to the corner of this one and put a couple of rounds in and deal with that camera very quickly at the start of the round. And then I can go off and do whatever it is I want to do. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just put a drone down there, because as we know, there is a camera just about there on the other side of that wall. So we're going to jump in through the east entrance, and I'm going to show you how I remove that if I'm on the second floor. So that camera is directly in line with this thing here, in roughly the middle. Now you can see these three flowers. They're usually a good sort of point of reference, because there's 3 there and 3 here. So if you work on the assumption that if you stand in the middle of this beam and look directly down, that should be where the camera is. So as you can see, that's close enough. If I was back there, it would have been exact, but I mean, realistically, it gives you a bit of an idea. So coming over to here, I would normally come to this point here and just put a couple of rounds in, and you'll get 10 points. Nice and quick, nice and simple. And it pretty much stops the defenders getting any intel at all should you push down to here later on in the round. Now when it comes to this one over on the 90 corridor, there's a couple of ways you can deal with this depending on where you're attacking and what you're trying to achieve. It's very often that these will be reinforced just to sort of stop people shooting through from outside. They can't come over to here and just shoot through and get control onto the metal doorway. So as a result, you can't really come and then shoot this through here. However, if it's not reinforced, then yes, you can obviously go ahead and do it without exposing yourself. And the same goes for this side of the security. You can come up to the wall and just take it out. If you line yourself right the way up against here and just shoot up, you're going to easily get it even without the IQ. If, however, you've gone in on the bottom floor and you want to try and take that out, just to sort of assist your team in different push, what you can do is you can come downstairs into the customs area. So by coming into customs itself, this one takes a little bit more of a lineup, and it's one that I very rarely do, but it's handy to know that you can get it. This section here, if you come and stand right here and look up, you'll notice that there is this light and this light. And if you look sort of... that's probably not even the right spot. Let's have a look. Probably about there. Basically a third of the way across from the right from this beam. So this section here-ish. If you're standing on here, you aim for there and then you come down just a little bit, you should be able to get it. There it is, look. So you can get it from down here. Now I stand up to do that. Like I say, the positioning is a bit tricky, but how long did that take? That was a couple of rounds. Realistically, in the game, you're not going to be trying to line up a single shot. You're going to come in, you're going to put a load of rounds up there, you're going to get the camera, and you don't have to worry about it. So with that camera down, you've then got the ability to push up the stairs. The defenders have no intel at all. They've got no intel from here. And you can control a lot more of the map without panicking too much that they're going to know where you're coming from, or without starting to push down there only for them to see your feet and then jump out from somewhere. Well, I'm afraid that's going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you can take away something from this that can assist you in your game. Like I say, you're not going to use all of these, and I'm well aware you're not. You're also not going to line up single, one taps for all of these cameras, but being able to put a couple of rounds down into that area to take it out so you don't, or no one in your team has to worry about it, it can be pretty beneficial. If you did enjoy this video, please consider hitting that thumbs up. If you want to see more maps or videos like it, let me know down in the comments below. If you stayed till the end, thank you very much and welcome to the Grief Nation. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, stay reckless and relentless.